No, I pressed 7, but the man on 7 said I had to press 3, and you're 3. No. No. Well, the point is, you have sent me a bill I can't possibly pay. I can't pay it because it is for the sum of £0.00. So, I am just notifying you that... What do you mean I've got to pay it? I've got to pay you the sum of £0, or else the computer won't understand. OK, fine, I'll do it. But can I suggest that you employ a computer that isn't on the autism spectrum? No, that's all. Thank you. So, how are we doing, team?
Ow! Oh, God, it's static. It's this cardigan. I feel like a ball of electricity. It's like being one of the X-Men.
Knitwear woman. So, how was school?
Still there.
Ow!
Cheerier than yesterday.
Yeah, she should have settled in by now. I thought once the first term was over, she'd be OK, but...
Well, a big school takes a lot of getting used to. It took me months to start making friends. I remember one day the other kids grabbed my scarf and threw it on the railway line. And then my shoes. And my trousers. And my underpants. And there was another time at the sports ground.
Is this going to be the anecdote about the time you got lashed to the roof of the minibus?
Possibly.
OK.
The big thing she's struggling with is not being the star turn. I mean, academically, these kids are much stronger. I don't know, maybe we've got the wrong school. Maybe we should have sent her to St Mungo's.
Maybe. I've heard horror stories.
About St Mungo's?
Well, Frank Pringle says that his son has already been offered drugs twice. Once by an RE teacher.
Do you think we've made the right choice?
Well, we'll never know for certain. Besides, is it the school that's the problem, or is it her? She's not exactly...
Hiya!
Why does he always slam the door like that? Every time. Can you not slam the door?
Did I slam it?
Yes! The windows are still rattling.
You're a bit late.
Had an audition for the lower school show. It's a musical.
I bet it's Oliver. Yeah, it'll be Oliver. Schools always do Oliver.
No, Spartacus.
A musical about Spartacus.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a musical about Spartacus.
There isn't yet. Mr. Farthingwell's writing it.
Mr. Farthingwell.
The new music teacher. The one that let Ben borrow the school drum kit over Christmas.
Oh, yes. I remember.
Anyway, it's going to be awesome. There's songs, gladiator fights, and we have a sea battle.
And you're auditioning for a singing part?
Yeah.
That involves singing?
Yeah.
Well, good for you. That's really great that you're having a crack at something outside your comfort zone. But just, you know, just remember that an audition can be, you know, there's always a chance that you might be disappointed.
Won't bother me if I don't get a part. Mr. Farthingwell says, if I don't get a part, I can do the lights.
The lights? With electricity?
Yeah, I really like Mr. Farthingwell. He has some really big ideas. At his last school, he put on a musical about Salman Rushdie.
Right. And how did that go?
Fine. He had to have a policeman outside his house for a few months, but... Listen to this. The Romans were so frightened of Spartacus and his rebels that they decided to evacuate Rome.
Well, that's the Italian army for you.
Racist joke.
How is that a racist joke?
No, maybe you're right. Maybe it's just racist.
Oh, not this again.
I'm just saying, you purely assuming that all Italians are cowards is racist.
I'm not saying all Italians are cowards.
Okay,
I'm going
if you
on...
were going to pick a fight with Paolo Di Canio, do you think
You wouldn't have to pick a fight with Paolo Di Canio. He would pick a fight with you.
So...
I'm not a racist.
I'm not criticising you. I'm just saying it's unfortunate that you have to be burdened with that mindset.
He's got a point, Dad.
You can't help it. Like, you know that story you tell about Mr. Patel at the newsagents? You can't tell that story without doing this weird wobbling with your head.
He wobbles his head.
So why is that funny? Why do you laugh at it? Why do you impersonate
Why
it?
it's funny? It just is funny.
OK, fine. Well, why didn't you ever make...
You do what I would consider racist things. How about your video games? They're racist.
Well, how are they racist?
You have a towel head count.
All right, boys, let's... Ow! Why is it...
Maybe it's you.
Hey?
Maybe it's not the cardigan. Maybe it's you. Maybe your body's, you know, especially staticky.
Staticky.
Yeah.
Pete Brockman, man of science.
Hey, Dad, look at Beckham's latest tattoo.
God, what does he look like?
He looks good.
Used to be only sailors got tattooed. And now every morning on the tube, I'm surrounded by human billboards with snakes peeping out of their sleeves. In 40 years' time, we will be the most unattractive nation on the planet. Everyone will be covered in very wrinkly, saggy reptiles. I reckon anyone who gets a tattoo needs a brain transplant. You've got a tattoo, haven't you?
What? You got a tattoo?
Yeah.
Where?
In Camden Town?
On your body.
Oh, right. It's just behind my right shoulder.
For God's sake.
Come on, then. Show us the damage.
What were you thinking of? Honestly.
OK, first question. What the hell is it?
Looks like a spider.
It's the ancient Persian word for peace.
What possessed
It
you?
was an impulse. We were in Camden Market
You're
and...
in Camden Market and you suddenly decide to get a tattoo. What are you, a German tourist?
Look,
How much did it cost?
actually, it was really cheap.
That explains the green edges.
What?
The edges are green.
Oh, right, yeah. He said to start with there might be some discoloration.
Right, a cheap tattoo parlour. Smart move, Jake.
Oh, I'm sorry, but all the Harley Street tattooists were booked up.
Hey, neat spider.
It's not a spider.
It's ancient Persian. A sucker.
I made a fashion choice,
A
okay?
hat is a fashion choice. Carving into your body is...
Mum, I'm 17. I'm old enough to decide to die for my country. I can choose to get a tattoo.
Well, you're not very likely to die for your country, although you are quite likely to die from septicemia.
It's just a tattoo. It's not genocide.
You concentrate on the littlest one because you think she's the one with the problems, and then the one that's virtually an adult goes and does something stupid. Do you think Ben will be all right if he doesn't get a part in that show? He's more sensitive than he lets on, and everybody forgets he's only 13 because he's so...
Bloody huge. Oh, he'll be fine.
Well, if it involves singing.
You don't have to be able to sing to be in a musical. Russell Crowe proved that.
But Ben's got a voice like a walrus.
Again. Russell Crowe for Les Miserables. Listen, you've got to stop worrying about everyone, OK?
I'm okay.
Yeah, she's OK. You OK?
I'm a bit worried about something.
Oh, right, okay. Well, come on, let's chat about it, sweetheart.
It's been worrying me for weeks.
Whatever the problem is, I'm certain we can sort it out.
It's about Tommy.
Tommy the hamster.
Yeah. I'm worried that he's stuck under the floorboards.
Look, I think we're going to have to be realistic about this, darling. He disappeared down that hole 2 months ago, and even if he is trapped by now, he...
There was that factory that collapsed in Bangladesh, and they found that woman weeks after it collapsed on her, still alive. So we can't give up on Tommy.
I really don't think there's anything we can do.
You said that whatever the problem was, you were certain that you could sort it out.
Yeah, but that was...
Bullshit?
Hey! No. What I meant was any problem of a non-hamster-related nature.
Look, we did everything we could possibly do at the time, didn't we? We made a thorough search of the house. We put all those pictures of him up on the lampposts. You called Chris Packham on Autumn Watch and at his home. I really don't think there's anything constructively that we can do.
Well, we could take up the floorboards.
What are you...
Wait, taking up the floorboards might be a little bit expensive.
How much would it cost?
About 2,000 hamsters worth.
Look, I'll tell you what, your dad and I will have a think about it and we'll see what we can come up with, OK?
Okay.
What did you say that for?
Well, she's had such a difficult time lately. I didn't want to upset her anymore.
So what do you suggest? Because now she's not going to be happy until that hamster is the focus of an international rescue effort and live reports from all the Gehring.
It's not about the hamster.
Isn't it?
No, it's her anxiety about school coming out sideways. We don't have to do anything. We just have to be sympathetic.
So all that stuff you said, that was...
Bullshit.
Oh. OK, fair enough.
I need to pick a piece for my audition. Could I try some out on you? I was thinking that I'm going to go with the Whitney Houston song, I Will Always Love You.
Right. That's quite high.
Is it?
Yeah, there are quite a few top notes.
I'm sure you can hit Ben. Yeah. I'll be in the shed if anyone wants me.
Stay and listen if you want.
Oh, no. No, I've got a tin here. Your mum, she's the musical one. I'll catch you later.
Could you just buy me that cardigan? There's a bit of a draft in here.
Ah!
Oh, dear. You must be staticky.
What are you doing? It's midnight.
What do you make of this? I sent an email to Karen's form tutor telling her that Karen didn't want to sit next to this girl Dion because she finds her disruptive. And the form tutor's emailed back saying that she takes my point, but she is running out of classmates who Karen is prepared to sit next to.
Well, that's a fair comment, isn't it?
Well, it just got me thinking, that's all. Maybe Karen isn't the only one who's having problems settling. Maybe it's a more general problem. And then I thought there's a quick way to find out.
Which is?
Ask the other parents. So I'm sending them all an email.
In God's name, no.
What?
You cannot send an email at 12:15.
Why not?
Because you will start one of those late-night email firestorms.
Don't be ridiculous.
You should never, ever send an email asking someone's opinion after 11 o'clock at night.
Well, actually, I've already sent it.
That's insane.
All I've done is ask for the input of 30 or so adults.
Many of whom will have half a bottle of Merlot inside them and be just itching to pour out their gripes.
Rubbish! This is exactly the kind of group consultation that email is perfect for. There you are. I've already got a reply.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
That's a lot of capital letters, isn't it?
Well, she's obviously a concerned mother who's a bit upset about the fact that the school has failed to make the connection between her child's pyromania and the fact that she is exceptionally gifted.
Right. What was another one? Whoa!
Oh.
Look at the exclamation marks on that.
Well, again, he's
Concerned father?
who's a bit concerned about the quality of the teaching staff.
It's the first time I've seen the word wankers spelt with a Z. Oh, you got another 5 replies. No, 6. You have hit a grievance gusher.
Yeah.
You're not replying, are
Well,
you?
you can't not reply to a reply. That's rude.
You've already poked the hornet's nest. You don't want to carry on whacking it.
In a way, this response is quite reassuring because Karen is obviously not the only one with parents who are concerned.
I'm not concerned. I'm going to bed.
13, 14, 15, 16.
Thing is a king of toasters. I'll tell you a way to make friends at new school, Karen. Do something mental.
I don't do mental.
My second day, I got this huge tray and I sledged down the roof of the music block. After that, I had tons of friends.
And a surgical collar.
Yeah, got them all to sign it.
Why don't you join a band, Karen? That's a good way to make friends.
Or you could, be the funny girl. You could, create all the jokes and stuff, and you could make, a song up about your teacher and then put it on the internet. But remember, wear a mask or something, because, well, I didn't. And you need to hide your identity.
How's the shoulder, spider boy?
Fine.
You're good. How about you, Karen? How are you? Raring to go?
Got double English today. You like English, don't you?
Dad, I did some research. There are these things called thermal imaging cameras. We could hire one.
Karen, Tommy's gone. He's not going to survive for 2 months on his own.
Why not?
Well, because he's a hamster, not Bear Grylls.
Yeah, all right.
Hamsters are domestic pets. You don't see David Attenborough documentaries about hamsters roaming the open plains.
Okay, that's...
Tommy's natural environment is a wheel.
You're just grumpy because your spider's going green.
It's not a spider!
Oh, geez, look at the time. Come on, Karen, chop, because you're going to miss your bus. And no fluorescent socks.
Better check the travel news. See if the district man has phoned in sick again.
Why didn't you send Karen to the same school as me and Jake?
Well, every child is different.
Yeah, no two kids are the same.
She just said that.
Yeah, and I was reinforcing it. I mean, it was a tight decision.
Yes.
We felt that...
On balance, the school Karen's at is known for having lots of structure.
Structure, that's right. And the school is a school with a more scholastic approach.
So in the end, we felt Karen would perhaps benefit from being challenged, academically speaking.
Are you saying she's brighter than us?
No.
Not at all.
No way.
The reverse.
No, because actually what we actually are saying is that every child has different needs.
And one chooses a school which is best tailored to that child's needs.
Better shift.
I think they bought it.
Ben?
Nah, the slam wasn't deafening enough.
What are you doing?
Psychology essay?
Well, watching TV, listening to music, and Facebooking.
Mm-hmm. And multitasking.
There's no such thing as multitasking, just doing lots of things badly. The correct term is multi-failing. Warrior returns. Feed me once!
Pete, this is Esme.
Hello, Mr. Brockman.
Hi, Esme.
Tea?
That's encouraging. She's invited a friend home.
I invited her. Yeah, I overheard her mum struggling with some pickups on the phone, so I volunteered to have Esme for a bit, for a bit of bonding.
So, girls, how was school today? Anything exciting happen? You're very quiet, Karen?
She got a 4L in English.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
No, it is.
Well, then, Karen, it's a very good position to improve from.
And then she argued with the teacher about her bad mark, and because she kept arguing, we missed most of our break.
Well, she's a horrible teacher. She's obsessed with apostrophes.
Apostrophes are important.
No, they're not. Everyone gets them wrong and they slow you down when you're texting.
You need punctuation. If you didn't have punctuation, the words would just crash into each other. You need colons, you need semicolons.
Really? Why?
Colon's very important. So if you didn't have a colon, you wouldn't be able to put a smiley face at the end of your text messages.
Punctuation is stupid. It's just trying
Let's not get sidetracked, shall we? The thing is, Karen, you go to a school where there are a lot of bright kids, and it's important that you don't measure yourself against anyone else. You must always just measure yourself against yourself.
How can you measure something against itself? It will just be the same size.
What was the exact mark?
49%.
Well, that's midway.
It's slightly lower than that, actually.
Yes, thank you, Esme. You're clearly very good at maths.
I am quite good. They asked me to mentor Karen, because she's struggling a bit.
Who wants some ice cream? Ice cream?
Yes, please.
Esme?
Oh, no, she can't have any because she's lactose intolerant. Isn't that a shame?
Cake?
Oh, no, not that either. It's got nuts. And so her face will go like... And then they'll have to stab her with an EpiPen.
I'm home!
What has that door ever done to you?
What?
Ben, this is Esme. So how did the audition go with the singing?
Brilliant.
Good, right. So you got a part?
Yeah.
Right, which one?
I'm Spartacus.
No, I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus.
I'm gonna hear that joke a lot, aren't I?
That's brilliant, Ben. So is that is that a big part?
I'm Spartacus in a musical called Spartacus.
No, of course. Sorry, no. But so that's the lead.
Yeah.
And does the lead sing songs?
Does the lead sing songs in a musical?
Yeah, I know. What I meant. Does the lead sing many songs?
Yeah, loads.
Right.
But Mr. Farthingwell says he didn't cast me because of my voice. He cast me for my sense of attack.
What, the way you attack the songs?
No, the way I attack the other gladiators with my trident. Are we having ice cream?
Yeah, apart from Esme, she's lactose intolerant.
Well, scoop me in. How was your day at school, Karen?
She got a written warning for non-regulation socks.
Yeah, well...
And a poor mark in English.
Well, the mid-term marks don't really count for much.
They do. We have continuous...
Shall I drive you home, Esme?
I'm not sure my mum's home yet.
That's all right. We can wait in the car.
Bye-bye, Esme.
Goodbye, Mr. Brotman.
There you go. Madame's ice cream.
What flavour is it?
Your favourite? Lemon and badger.
I wish Esme hadn't gone. I wanted to eat this in front of her, really slowly.
Yeah, I know. You know, being a star student, it's not the be-all and end-all. Churchill, Winston Churchill, not the insurance dog, he never came top at school. In fact, most of the time, he came bottom, but that didn't stop him leading Britain to victory in the war.
Well, maybe if he'd studied harder, the war wouldn't have taken him so long to win.
Oh, fair point. You haven't been firing off more emails to parents, have you?
No, I was just acknowledging an email from the school about the inset day.
All right. Non-intervention. That's always the best policy. Look at Tony Blair. Thought he could solve the world's problems. Now everyone hates him. Mind you, I hated him from the start. Too many teeth. So what was Esme's mum like?
Well, sort of as you'd expect, really. She thinks Esme isn't being stretched enough.
I'd like to stretch her. On a rack. Made of peanuts. When I was at school, we had a kid like her. Got sent to Colchester.
Coventry?
No. I stuck him in a crate and sent him to Colchester.
It's a bit of a worry, though, isn't it? Karen being less popular than a girl like Esme. I feel so helpless, don't you?
It's because of our programming.
Eh?
We're that generation of parents who've been conditioned to think that everything should revolve around our kids. When I was a kid, my dad and my uncle took me to watch football. Then afterwards, they went to the pub and left me in the car outside. Every hour or so, they brought me a bottle of Tizer. They locked me in the car, obviously. They weren't irresponsible.
But what would have happened if the car caught fire?
I hadn't thought of that. God, yeah.
And that was better, was it? Abandoning children in death traps.
I'm just saying that in those days, your parents just left you alone.
Yeah, I suppose we do get too involved in their lives. My parents didn't even help me with my homework, let alone do it for me.
Oh, have you set the alarm?
Yeah, 7:15.
Oh no, I need to get up at 7.
No, it's all right, because I've started setting this clock 15 minutes fast.
Why?
Because then, when I get up, it's a nice surprise when I realise I've got more time than I thought I had.
Right. Oh, well, that explains why I've been getting to work so early. What's this?
Spartacus the movie. I'm doing research. He just ambushed the Romans with flaming logs. I'm gonna mention that to Mr. Farthingwell as a possible finale.
See that chin? Kirk Douglas. We had proper film stars back then. Proper men. None of your pasty-faced pretty boys are all cheekbones and can only play vampires.
You left out the bit about how tigers weren't all built by computers.
Well, I still say that Life of Pi would have been a lot more exciting if he'd been trapped in that boat with a real tiger. Certainly a lot shorter. They've only sent me a reminder for £0 and 00 pence. It's unbelievable.
Dad?
Yeah?
I was considering the option of maybe having the tattoo removed.
All right.
Yeah, so, I mean, any idea how much a tattoo removal might cost?
No, because I've never been doing enough to get myself tattooed. And the answer to your next question is no. You're going to have to pay for it out of your own money. What's all this?
That's some quotes from a company who hire out thermal imaging cameras.
She's not still banging on about that hamster, is she?
Yeah, she's pretty thick for someone who's too bright to go to our school.
Yeah, right. They didn't bite. So where is the girl? Tunnelling under the floorboards?
No, she's up in her room. She's had a few problems today.
What are these problems?
Well,
Do you remember when I acknowledged the school email about the inset day?
Yeah.
Well, I sort of added a little addendum, just to say that if Karen was to be punished for the sock thing, then I felt the school dress code should be enforced consistently, because I've seen lots of girls wearing black trainers.
Right.
Well, it seems that the school took it on board, because apparently today a lot of the kids were punished for not wearing the proper school uniform.
How is this Karen's problem?
Well, it's like this. So I sent the secretary the email, but accidentally, by mistake,
Oh, no.
I also sent it
Please, no.
to the parents of Karen's classmates.
Oh, for...
It's so easily done, but the really unfortunate bit is that one of the parents, rather irresponsibly, in my view, obviously mentioned it to one of the kids, and Karen has been on the receiving end of quite a lot of verbal abuse today.
We talked about this, haven't we? We've talked about the dangers of the urge to intervene.
I know.
This is Tony Blair. You are Tony Blair.
I'm not Tony Blair.
Yes, you are. You went charging in.
According to the wiki, Spartacus is from Thracia. So I'm going to work on singing in a Thracian accent. Just as soon as I find out where Thracia is.
Intervention. Invariably.
I clicked on the wrong thing. Everybody's done it. It was late. I was multitasking.
There is no such thing as
Choose your next words very carefully, because they could be your last.
Oh, it will blow over in the end. I'll go up and talk to her.
You'll put in a good word for me, won't you?
Of course.
Ow! Wait, that's it!
I heard you had a bit of a bad day.
I'm not going into school tomorrow.
Oh, come on.
I'm not going.
Mum didn't mean to cause you problems. It's just that sometimes things turn out badly, even if they're done with good intentions. Like, well, do you remember when Ben decided to surprise Mum on Mother's Day with a lovely cooked breakfast? You probably don't remember, you're very little.
I remember being carried by a fireman.
Well, that is a classic example. You see, Ben thought that he was doing something very kind and thoughtful, but it ended up with everyone getting very cross. Mum was cross with Ben, the fireman got cross with Mum, I got cross with the man for the insurance company who tried to argue that Ben qualified as an act of God. But it all began with good intentions.
Well, try telling that to the morons at my school.
Did you call them morons?
Yes.
Did that make them back off?
No.
No. Generally, telling people they're morons doesn't really help, especially if they're morons, because morons are notoriously slow to catch on.
But how am I going to get them out of my face? I've got to do something.
Listen, the best thing to do is just ignore them. Sometimes a bad day will come along, but when it does, what we have to do is we have to dust ourselves down, we have to get up, and we have to face the world. Okay?
Okay.
Everything will be fine. We'll see.
Can I tell them that it's all Mum's fault for being an interfering idiot?
Okay, but this conversation never happened.
Okay, everyone. Dinner in 5.
That smells nice. Is it horse?
Probably. How was Jake's driving lesson?
I really think that we should pay a proper instructor to teach him.
Why?
Because they are professionally trained to hide the terror.
Oh, come on. Hey, boys, now I need you to clear away your homework stuff.
He doesn't seem to notice things. No, important things. Solid things.
Because he's a teenager, they're dreamy.
Mentally, he's just not there. At one point, I yelled pedestrian, and he thought it was a criticism.
So jammy. You get to do psychology. What do I get to do? Oxbow legs. What the hell is an oxbow leg anyway? I mean,
Mum, can I mind in front of the football?
No, we are all sitting down together for once.
psychology's so interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Until you have to study it, and it becomes annoying, like everything else.
Yeah, but it's a study of the mind. Once you understand the mind, you can bend it to your will. Like Darren Brown. He can make people think they're being attacked by zombies.
A very useful life skill. Ben, I need this cleared.
And career-wise, psychology's practical. I will never do anything that makes me work with an oxbow leg. But I might be a psychiatrist.
Psychologist.
What's the difference?
A psychiatrist studies diseases of the mind, whereas a psychologist writes crappy self-help books.
Karen! Tea! Ben, could you lay the table, please? So your dad was just filling me in about your driving lesson. How do you think it went?
I need lessons from a paid instructor.
There, see?
Someone who knows what they're doing.
Well, I know what I'm doing.
Well, it's very distracting sitting next to someone who's constantly slamming their foot into the floor.
Yeah, but that's a reflex, a survival instinct. It's the same as throwing your hands in front of your face.
Which is also very distracting. And he's too vague. He says bare left when there's loads of lefts.
There was one available left.
Well, I think I proved that was untrue, didn't I?
But that left was a canal.
You said turn left, so I turned left, and I stopped in plenty of time.
All right, I tell you what, why don't I take you out tomorrow?
Look, I don't think it's a good idea to be taught by a family member.
It'll be fine. Karen! Tea! Oh, you haven't forgotten that you're taking her to a swimming match tomorrow, have you?
No, I haven't forgotten. I've tried to.
You know, I think this is perfect timing, her getting on the school team. It will give her a chance to settle in with the other kids. It will boost her self-confidence.
Isn't it her self-confidence that's cheesing off the other kids?
Well, yeah, but I think a lot of that's a mask to hide her insecurities.
A mask?
Yeah.
That she's been wearing for 11 years.
Yeah.
I've got a bad feeling about this. When she swam for the primary school, it was always little tournaments and she always won. But this one is against that big new academy, the one whose kids aren't allowed into shops.
Look, it doesn't matter how she does. The key here is that she's finally engaged in a school activity.
What if she doesn't win?
Well, it'll be good for her.
I'm not thinking of her, I'm thinking of us.
Yeah, think what kind of week we'll have.
Oh, God. Do you remember Black March? When she lost that game of Risk?
Can I eat watching Game of Thrones?
No, we're all going to eat together like a Now, where's Jake gone? Jake!
Need the toilet.
Ben, I said lay the table. Karen! What are you doing?
I've just got to print something off.
What is it?
First 50 pages of my novel.
Which one?
The one I'm working on currently. The one about the samurai who can time travel.
Oh, right, that one.
Because Phil at work, his wife is an editor for a publisher, so...
Do you think you could do this later on? Because the printer's playing mind games and I need to get everybody sat down. Where's Ben? Ben!
Back in a sec.
Karen! Jake! It's like herding cats. Karen, are you ignoring me or are you wearing your headphones? I'm ignoring you. She's in a foul mood. She picked up a detention today for commenting on the deputy head's moustache.
Oh, right, so the deputy head is ultra-sensitive about his moustache?
Her moustache.
Oh, right.
I don't know why Karen does this stuff.
I do. It's because of you two.
Hey?
No, you need to challenge her behaviour. Confront her more. I'm being serious.
I know, that's what's so funny.
You need to control her. She needs boundaries.
Well, I think you're being a bit hard on us. Isn't he?
Of course he is. We brought you up, we didn't do a bad job there, did we?
Yeah. But then you just seem to lose the hang of it. You cut her way too much slack.
What?
She treats this place like a hotel.
Oh, well, that's just rubbish.
Mum, I left dinner in my room.
That is an untypical coincidence that is just... Karen! You will come down here and have your dinner with everybody else like a proper person. There.
What are those?
Part of my costume for Spartacus. Mr. Father-in-law says I can take him home because I need to try and get used to them. He says I have to try and get myself into the mindset of a rebel slave who's taking on the might of Imperial Rome.
This is a musical, isn't it?
Ben, I won't say it again. No gladiator nets at the dinner table.
You're so strict.
There. See? Hallelujah! We're all here, all assembled at last. Where are you going?
I need a shower.
We're all about to eat.
Put a plate over it, I'll microwave it later.
No, you'll eat it now or it's going down the toilet.
All right.
A family should always eat together.
Yep, the Borgias always eat together. No, your mum's right. We should eat together.
Salt and pepper, Ben?
Karen, what was that weird thing you were doing in the bathroom earlier?
Oh, yeah, that was my victory dance for tomorrow at swimming.
Victory dance.
Yeah, I make a K, so I spread my arms out like this.
Yeah, K for Fucking irritating.
It doesn't look like a K. Even like a deformed
K, like
F.
this.
No, if you wanted a K, it has to be like, your arms would be longer because...
Sit down and eat.
No, you're not...
Okay, enough. Everybody, let's just eat. Because I was reading this piece yesterday about how families never eat together anymore. Because family life has become so fragmented and antisocial. Really? How interesting, Sue.
Did you know that Spartacus hid from the Romans in the volcano of Vesuvius?
Hiding in an active volcano? Well, that's either extremely clever or fantastically stupid.
Just imagine what it'd be like to be in Pompeii when Vesuvius exploded. Imagine being mummified in an embarrassing position. Because you would have thought that at least one person would be on the toilet.
Well, if a volcano's exploding, I imagine most of the town would be on the toilet.
Did you know what the loudest bang ever recorded was?
You shutting the front door, I imagine.
Krakatoa.
Well, this really makes a pleasant change, doesn't it? Us all sitting down together having a lovely, sociable meal.
Apart from Karen.
What?
Okay.
No, you stay... Where are you going?
Phil? Yeah, sorry, the signal's rubbish here.
Pete?
No, I'm printing the novel off. No, I'm going to stand by the compost bin.
Bon appetit, everybody. This is delicious, Mother. Oh, it's my absolute pleasure to cook for you. Perhaps you'd like us to cook you a meal tomorrow. Really? Yes, that would be lovely. Very lovely. And maybe somebody could do the washing up afterwards. Okay, let's call it a draw, shall we?
Huh?
The I'm more tired than you competition. Oh, shut up. Do you think Jake's right? Do you think we have lost the plot as parents?
Is it that self-righteous phase? When I was this age, I was absolutely convinced that my parents were totally wrong about everything. Mind you, they were, really.
I mean, all the normal parenting techniques had never worked on Karen. Not the blackmail, nor bribery, the threats. She worked out it was all just a bluff at the age of 3. She gave us a contract at 5.
Typed. I remember.
The thing that worries me is the way she is with other kids. I keep waiting for the penny to drop. You know, if you want to make friends, you have to be friendly. Maybe Jake's right. Maybe we need to tackle her more head-on.
Tackle her more head-on?
Yeah, try and control her.
Try and control her?
Can you stop doing that, please? Well, we're not that bad as parents, are we?
If the 3 of them make it to adulthood and none of them are in prison, our work is done.
I mean, we're not bad. Jake's exaggerating, isn't he? We're more sort of middling, rather than bad. Jake's wrong about bad, isn't he? Pete. Oh, and we have a competition winner. What the hell are you talking about? Computer cannot communicate with printer. It's there. It's less than a foot away.
Did you get a chance to print off my novel?
No, this printer's playing up. Why don't you email it to Phil to get him to print it out?
No, his printer's playing up.
Maybe all the printers are ganging up on us. Maybe it's a robot conspiracy to tip us all over into madness.
Just that Phil's wife said that the budget deadline for new commissions...
I will print out your time-travelling samurai. OK, it's just at the moment I'm trying to get this registration form done for the course the firm are sending me on, which is tomorrow, so I think that's slightly more pressing.
Mind you, if Phil gets the novel to his wife, and she likes it, and it gets published, and it does well, we could all be millionaires.
Oh, yeah. I was forgetting. Oh, bloody hell, look at the time. Karen! You're gonna miss your bath!
Dad, come check this out. It's a thing that psychologists use. It's called the ink blot test.
Is that the one where they work out someone's innermost feelings by spilling ink all over the table?
What?
You spill ink all over the table.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering about that. Anyway, all you have to do is you have to see if you can find any shapes.
I'm busy.
Go on, just what can you see?
I see mum.
That's interesting, because Freud thought that every man wanted to kill their father and sleep with their mother.
Yeah, well, Freud never met my mother. This is...
So you can see your mum in this?
I said mum. Your mum. My wife. Look, I can see her face. She's screaming. She's screaming, what prat spilled ink all over the table?
Hey, Karen! If you want to win the race, what you got to do is visualization. You know, when you visually see yourself winning the race, visually.
Well, I'll just wait until this afternoon and then I will see myself win this race.
Well, yes. But today isn't all about the winning, is it? It's about the taking part, isn't it? It's about being part of a team. Team player. On a team.
I was looking up loads of that psychology stuff last night. Some of it's brilliant. Have you heard about that bloke, R.D. Lang?
Is he the one who thought that people's mental health could be improved if they smeared their faeces all over the wall?
Yeah. I'm gonna find out more about him.
That is one of the most frightening things I've ever heard.
It's called camaraderie. Everyone pulling together, there's no I in team. All for one and one for... Let's just go.
Dad, can you look after my stuff? Only I don't trust the other girls. Some of them have got an agenda. Especially that one, ever since I tweeted about her.
You tweeted about her?
Yeah. She gets offended very easily, very sensitive. Most of the girls in my class are.
Listen, Karen, you're going to keep finding yourself in confrontations until you learn not to be so confrontational. You're 11 now. You've got to learn a bit of self-control.
Well, I can't help being up front. It's who I am. I've got to be me.
This isn't made in Chelsea. This is the real world. You can't just go round telling everyone what you think of them.
You and your real world. Where are my goggles?
Oh, and by the way, if you win this heat, I really wouldn't do your K dance.
It's my signature move.
Yeah, but it will just antagonise your fellow competitors. It will really get up their noses and it will...
Affect their performance. Exactly. I know what I'm doing, Dad.
Now you must brave new dangers if you are to reach the citadel of...
Ugh, cyber crabs! I hate them!
Why can't you just print? Print it! Print it!
Die!
Why are you...
Any chance of a bit more noise?
Take that up to your room then.
Don't have internet connection up there.
No! Vampire lobsters! Yes! Yes!
He's been playing that for over an hour now.
Oh, in the name of God, just print.
He should be doing his schoolwork.
Oh, so you're on Ben Patrol now.
I'm just saying, that's all. Over an hour.
Ben, can you stop playing with that now and start doing your homework?
Fair enough.
A child has just done what I asked.
Oh. More psychology. You see, I told Mr. Jacobs I wanted to take psychology in the sixth form, and he said that it's a bullshitter subject because the only reason people opt into doing it is because they think the exams are going to be really easy.
Well, he wears a bow tie, so he's not qualified to talk about anything.
Can you crack your knuckles?
No.
Okay, let's try help. And help is no help because the computer has gone offline.
Tony, Ibrahim says that girls really like boys who can make their knuckles crack.
Yeah, that is a well-known aphrodisiac. The sound of grinding bones.
Why are you getting angry?
I'm angry because I've just started a new job and they're not going to take me very seriously if I can't even print out a simple registration document.
Maybe you think that's why you're getting angry.
Eh?
Freud reckons that when you get angry with something, you're really getting angry with something else, something subconscious. So you're getting angry with the printer because it represents Dad or Jake or...
Why can't you be the printer?
I just chose you for an example.
Why can't you choose yourself as an
You
example?
don't choose yourself an
This
example.
printer is off at the wall. Who the hell did that?
Oh, yeah, that was me. Sorry.
You're definitely the printer now.
You watched me struggle with that.
I was turning it off and on again to try and make it work.
could kill you.
But is this really about me?
Yes. Yes, this is definitely about you.
Well, Freud said that women were always more angry because they didn't have a penis.
You're joking, aren't you?
You could be statistically more angry.
That's absolute bollocks. I'm angry because you turned the printer off at the wall.
A lot of this aggression might stem from your childhood.
Not aggression. I'm not aggressive.
What's all that noise?
That's just Mum threatening to kill Ben.
Oh, right.
How's Karen getting on?
Well, she won a heat. Although she was nearly disqualified at the starts.
What, for full start?
No, for sledging. Yeah, I couldn't quite hear what she was saying, but the gesture didn't look very nice.
Well, you'll have to have a word with her.
Yes.
She's your responsibility.
OK, spare me the lecture. Can you put your mum on?
It has
I'm not
got
saying
nothing to do with breastfeeding.
Mum, it's Dad.
Oh, thanks. Hiya.
Did you print out those novel pages yet?
No, not quite yet. The printer's been off at the wall and the computer's got... Oh, it's back. OK. How's Karen getting on? Is she interacting with the other kids?
Yes. She won a heat, but there are some very fast girls in this final. God knows what she'll do if she doesn't win. Probably go on a gun spree.
OK, now, I'm in a file called Pete's Novels. I don't want to print out the wrong thing. So, is it called Amber Reflections?
No, that's the one about the psychic dwarf in the court of the Medicis.
Pluto's Feast?
That's the Etruscan general who befriends a blind wolf. Called Bushido, I think. Or did I change that?
Oh, yeah, got it. Bushido. Right. Good luck with Karen. OK. Mission control. We have liftoff. Yes, at last. The humans have won.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, do you mind not filming?
You're not serious. I'm just filming my daughter.
Yes, but there are other children in the race, and without consulting their parents, it's...
Come on, no parent is going to object.
Well, that one did.
Oh, for God's sake,
It's the law of the land, mate.
No, it's not, Rumpole. It has no basis in law. There is nothing to stop me filming my daughter at a swimming gala.
I'm getting better. Almost got next door's cat. He can make himself really big. Imagine if we could do that.
You already have. You're gigantic.
I know.
Puny human.
Can you please stop doing this? OK, you can put me down. Thank you. Does this still fit you?
Fit me a month ago.
Take that as a no.
Give it to Jake as a hand-me-down.
Huh? Lol.
OK, Jake. Once you finish that, I'll take you out for that driving lesson.
I still think I need a proper driving instructor.
Don't be daft. It all costs money. Be fine. You'll see. You'll have your licence by summer.
Well, I don't want to take my test too early.
Why?
I don't want to be the first one in my lot driving, do I? I'll end up ferrying everyone about everywhere. It's no fun being a glorified taxi driver.
No. No, it's not. Anyway, we better get out soon before the traffic starts to build up.
Well...
Oh, come on, it'll be fine. My dad taught me how to drive. And then my uncle.
Why'd your dad stop teaching you?
No, that's what I've just said. There is no basis in law.
We don't know who you are or whether you've even got a daughter.
That is my daughter in lane 3
Well,
there.
if you have got a daughter in lane 3 there, why don't you film her at home?
We don't have a lane 3 at home.
I think there are laws against this.
There are
frankly.
no laws against
well,
this.
I'm very
perfectly
uncomfortable, and I
entitled
think
as a
some of the other
parent
parents
to
around
film
here
my
might be
daughter
uncomfortable too.
swimming.
I mean, what does anybody...
Could the supervisor come to poolside, please?
No rule against it.
So, basically, you're saying what happened in your driving lesson was Grandad's fault?
Yeah. I had to brake. I had no choice. If he'd been wearing his seatbelt and he'd had his dentures in properly, he would have been fine. It was just, you know, an unfortunate accident.
No such thing as accidents. That's what psychologists reckon.
Is that right?
Yeah. What they mean is, say, remember when I was little and I had that accident in Hastings?
What, when you fell off the pier?
Yeah, that must have happened for a reason.
Yeah. And the reason was you were doing cartwheels on the handrail.
Maybe deep down, I wanted to fall into the ocean. Maybe it was all about some inner emotion I was suppressing.
When have you ever suppressed an emotion?
That's
You'll
all I'm
find it's
doing on this
common
camera
knowledge that
phone. It
the
seems
paedophiles
fine.
hang out in
Do you know
swimming pools.
what? I resent the suggestion that I am in some way a paedophile.
Well, you might be a paedophile.
I am not a paedophile.
Gentlemen, perhaps we could move this discussion into my office.
Listen, mate, you don't have to look like a paedophile to be a paedophile.
I've been CRB.
Sorry, did Jimmy Savile look like a paedophile?
Well, yes. Yes, he did, actually.
Gentlemen.
He looked about as pervy as it is possible for a human being to look.
Yeah, but nobody knew he was a paedophile.
Yes, they did. Loads of people, hundreds of them.
Look, can everybody stop mentioning Jimmy Savile? I get this every bloody day.
I think you'll find it's a well-known fact.
Never mind
that people
what
have
it
to
says
be
in
vigilant.
your Daily Mail.
Excuse me,
It's
gentlemen,
not...
Can we just... Sorry, can we please...
I'm a teacher.
They're the worst, aren't they?
Right,
Teachers
gentlemen,
next to
please,
priests.
if we could exercise some self-control.
Nobody even knows who this bloke is.
Right. My name is Peter Brockman, and I am not, I repeat, not a paedophile. Although I am a gay gypsy asylum seeker.
Does he take the piss?
My office now, or I call the police.
Tell you something, mate. If you're
All I'm
taking
trying to
the
do
piss,
is film my daughter swimming. That's all I'm doing. It's perfectly fine.
You just think I'm doing what everybody here is thinking I'm actually doing.
Is that your dad?
Saying what?
No.
No, I understand.
Right, come on, let's go to the office. We'll sort this out in the office.
Let's go.
Okay. What the... He's printed it all out in symbols. What the hell has he done that for? It's like sodding Japanese. It's just full of asterisks and exclamation
You
marks.
should have kept an eye on it as it was going through.
Does your advice centre never close? I'm gonna have to start again now. That stupid novel has used up all the paper. Hang on, there's no paper left. There was a whole box of paper here yesterday. Where the hell has it gone?
Oh, yeah. I might be able to help you with this. I did print out some stuff on the Spartacus and psychologist and knuckle cracking.
So you're telling me that you've used up a whole box of paper printing out material about...
There was more on knuckle cracking than I expected.
Oh, God. I need to print out this registration form, the course is tomorrow. Why is this happening to me?
Maybe, deep down, you want it to happen to you.
I'd run if I were you.
So, Karen recorded a personal best.
Yep.
Brilliant. Is she pleased?
Not really. Came third.
Third?
Third.
Oh, God.
Do you want a drink?
I've already got one, thanks.
Have you taken Jake out for his drive?
Yeah.
And how
We'll pay for an instructor. With dual controls.
long were you out there with him?
Seemed like days. Especially when we got onto the dual carriageway.
You took him on a dual carriageway?
And not intentionally. He just suddenly turned left for no earthly reason.
I told you, he will never pass his test.
No, I don't know. His emergency stops are quite good.
Oh, did you get to print my novel off?
Yeah, it's on the side.
Hiya.
Hi.
How was rehearsal?
Yeah, it was good. Mr. Fatherwell really likes my psychological interpretation of Spartacus. You know, how he's only rebelling against Rome because he really wants Rome's approval.
Right. I can't give this to Phil's wife to read. Look at it. She'd go blind.
Well, I'm sorry, but that was the only paper left, OK?
And this hasn't even got to the bit where the samurai teams up with Gandhi. Where's the rest of it?
The printer broke.
Broke?
Yeah, it was an accident.
There are no
He
accidents.
had it coming.
Does no one in this family have any self-control?
So, Karen came third.
I'm afraid so.
No, I think all we can do is keep positive and give her as much emotion. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Hey, well done on today. Personal best. That's brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's quite an achievement to do. Ben.
Ben.
How are you doing? Honestly.
Sorry. I was just trying to lighten things up.
Yeah, but people aren't always in the mood to be ensnared in a net. Sweetheart, sit down. Yeah. No. PB, that's something to be proud of. Did they give you a medal?
She left it behind. In a bin.
Well, I suppose even champions lose sometimes, but the mark of a true champion is whether you can accept defeat gracefully. Did you
Accept defeat gracefully?
Yes.
Apart from demanding a drugs test
That girl had shoulders like a gorilla.
and dropping out the relay team.
Oh, Karen, honestly.
And you let her get away with that?
I can't physically force someone to swim, can I?
Well, I saw Bradley Wiggins doing an interview, and he says that you actually learn more from defeat.
Well, that's very true. You work out why you didn't win.
I know why I didn't win.
Good.
It's because of this family.
Hey?
You all wrecked my confidence.
Well, I think that...
Him with his visualising, and you with your long talks that I can never follow, and Dad with his banging on about self-control, and then telling everyone that he's a gypsy, gay asylum seeker.
That was irony. Not everyone got it.
It's no wonder that I lost.
Maybe you wanted to lose.
I lost because I come from a family of losers.
Well, thanks for that. I'm going to go and watch Pointless.
This is exactly what I mean. She needs someone to lay down some boundaries, spell out some realities.
Be our guest.
Oh, someone has to.
Well, you're clearly the man for the job, being such a parenting expert.
All right, then I will. Listen, Karen, you need to have a long, hard look at yourself because this life doesn't owe you a living, you know? And it's not a one-way street because it goes two ways, not one. And it doesn't revolve around you like you're some kind of roundabout.
Like he understands about roundabouts. Oh, African countries beginning with a B. Botswana, Burundi, Burkina Faso. No, not get Burkina Faso.
How long should we leave him in there with her?
Till his spirit breaks. Belgian Congo. Actually, does it still exist, Belgian Congo?
What I'm really saying is you have to be prepared to meet people halfway and not make the world come to you all the way.
This is drivel.
Now, that is exactly what I mean, Karen. That is... stop it. Mum! Dad!